What is up, fam? Welcome back to the Steep Stuff Podcast. I'm your host, James Loriello, bringing you guys another Broken Arrow pre-race episode, this one for the 46K, and I am joined by my La Sportiva teammate, Miss Jane Moss. Super excited to get to catch up with Jane. She's kind of been on a tear already this year. I mean, despite not meeting her expectation at Black Canyon, she also went and got second place at the Lake Sonoma 50 miler. She's had a great finish at the GoPro Games. I know she raced and won something. I just don't know what it was. Honestly, GoPro Games needs to put their results out there so I can read them. But yeah, honestly, Jane's been on a heater this year. Super excited to get to catch up with her now that she's, like I said, on the La Sportiva team. She's already been on the pod a little bit ago. We had her back on, I think it was like March, April time frame. So yeah, it's crazy that we're already here and she's about to race Broken Arrow. I know she's excited for this race. She had a top 10 finish, 7th place back in 2022. So I know she's eager and looking to improve on that. Definitely one of the most insanely talented athletes that is going to be lining up on Saturday. So I know the stoke is high, and I think the expectations are high for her as well to go get herself a spot on Team USA. So it's going to be a very fun one to follow along. I'm wishing Jane the absolute best of luck. I know she's primed to go crack a home run at one of these, and yeah, it's going to be fun to see her do it. So without further ado, none other than Miss Jane Moss. Jane Moss, welcome back to the Steep Stuff Podcast. How's it going?
It's going well. Yeah, I'm stoked to be back.
Yeah, I'm stoked to have this conversation. This is, I'm starting to get the ball rolling now on all the pre-Broken Arrow stuff. I can't believe we're only a few weeks out from the Broken Arrow 46K. I feel like we were just chatting about this, I don't know, March or April. I think it was maybe March. And it came up so quick, and here we are. It's kind of wild.
I cannot believe it's already June. It's crazy.
Yeah. How have you been? What's new these days? Since we spoke, I know you've had some good racing under your belt, and things have been going pretty well, it seems like.
Yeah. Yes, the year's just been flying by, but it's been great. The last race I did was Lake Sonoma in April. I was planning to do Gorge, but kind of pivoted and did Sonoma instead. That went really well. Overall, training's been going pretty well. Since Sonoma, I've had a little bit of a bumpy road with some stuff pop up on my right leg, but I feel like I've kind of turned a corner, so things have been good. The weather's been amazing in Boulder. Yeah, just kind of getting into a routine and excited for summer.
I love to hear it. Have you guys been getting as much rain as we have? Like in the springs, it's been getting dumped on.
We have, yes. It's been super rainy. It's I feel like Pacific Northwest vibes. Yesterday, The trails were like a full mud bath. I was not expecting it, but yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah, it's different. It's like a change of pace. Same like Alaska / PNW vibes. I was like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, and the fog over the Flatirons, it's super pretty.
It is. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like, I know you're kind of new to Colorado, so it's like, yeah, we don't get this very often. It's it's a very unique time of year. So it's kind of my favorite time of the year, which is fun. So
yeah,
so
it's been great.
Let's talk Broken Arrow. So obviously this is heavily contested race. The field is going to be insanely deep. Everybody is going to be there. How are the pre-race vibes? Are you excited to go throw down at something like this? I mean, how do you feel kind of as far as like your mindset towards this race? Maybe shift this to kind of the conceptualization of like goals. Like, is your intention and goal to go get a spot on Team USA? Is it to do the best you can? Like, what are your thoughts going in?
Yeah, this race is super stacked. I raced it a few years ago and just fell in love with the community there and the vibes, and it was just such a fun race. So I knew I wanted to go back. I prefer this style of racing the best. I like this stuff at ski resorts that's steep and mountainous. I wouldn't say I'm a specialist at it though. And the women lining up for this race, I feel like a lot of them are specialists at this type of race. So my goal is just to have a really fun day. I didn't sign up for this race with the intention of making Team USA. I feel like if I had a shot at that, I probably should have done Gorge. That was kind of my intention with doing Gorge. I was like, maybe I could make Team USA. So with this race, that's definitely not my intention. Obviously, if I did, it would be like a dream come true. But there are just so many strong women doing this race, and I honestly don't think I really have a shot at it. But if it happened, that'd be great. But my goals are just to try my best, line up at the start line healthy, just enjoy the vibes in the community because it's such a fun race. And I do love this style of racing. So really just to see how I can do. I'm going to compete and try my hardest, but yeah, I would be stoked on a top 10. That'd be amazing.
It's going to be a crazy one. And like, just to double back on what you said, like it is, the vibes there are so wild. Like it's such a cool race. Everybody goes. Let me ask you this. I know your goal might not be to make Team USA, or obviously it's a goal, but like it might not be your expectation right away. What would happen if you did it? Like how would you feel? Like what would that mean to you if you were able to pull it off?
That would be like, I can't even like imagine that outcome. Like that would be like absolutely a dream come true. I would definitely take the spot. And it would be a huge confidence boost because I know I'm like pretty good at the steep mountain stuff, but there are people that just train this discipline or like so specialized in it. So if I could compete at that level and like get a top 3 spot, that would be like definitely a very big confidence boost. And I would be very excited and absolutely mind blown. And it might change the races I sign up for in the future. Yeah, it'd be pretty crazy.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Listen, I've got you on my list. So I think you're going to have a great day. So this race is weird, right? It's a 2-looped course. I asked the same question to the Sunapee people because it's a 2-loop course, right? And like Broken Arrow is notorious for epic blowups, both on the men's and women's side. Like people race with a lot of grit and a lot of hubris, right? Especially coming off the gun. Usually the person leading the race in the first lap isn't necessarily the person winning the race. Do you have a specific strategy going in, like maybe relaxed a little bit in the first loop, see where I'm at, and then start to make moves in the second lap? It seems like a lot of people do that. What would be your strategy kind of going in?
Yeah, I know last time I raced this, I felt amazing the first lap and was third or fourth place the entire lap. And I came through and I was like, I'm feeling great. And then I had a bit of an explosion the last 4 miles and got passed by like 3 or 4 women. So I want that to not happen this time. So I do think I've gotten better at this, like the longer type racing. Like this isn't super long, but it's still long that you could easily blow up. And I've gotten better at kind of holding back in the first half. So I will like plan to hold back a little bit in the first loop. Definitely still want to be in it. So like pushing hard and competing. But if the top women just go out, I'm not going to try and keep up with them if I feel like it might lead to a blow up. So that's my plan is, yeah, hold back a little bit the first lap and really race as hard as I can the second lap. Because I feel like I'm a bit more used to longer than 50K. So I feel like a 14, 15 mile push for like the last loop is very doable, like giving it all I've got. I do want to give myself an opportunity to race. So I don't want to have that risk of, I mean, you have to take some risk at this level that there is going to be that risk of blowing up, but I really want to avoid an epic blow up. So I think holding back the first lap will be my best bet and really going as hard as I can that second lap so that I can like bomb the last, like bomb the last descent and go really hard on the final climbs.
I like it. I like it. You know, I just think of like people that have won this race in the past. I think of like your David Sinclairs, and even like looking at like this past week, kind of the way Anna Gibson raced Sunapee, like just very calm, composed, and wasn't leading the race until, kind of the last descent where she was able to make a move. So I almost feel like that sitting back, being observant, still putting yourself in the race, but might necessarily not be pressing the pace with the other ladies might be a smart way to do it. I don't know. I just see how other people have been able to kind of like have success. And it's, like I said, it's not the person like going out from the gun and trying to race super aggressively. Like usually that does not work well. Like it works for some people sometimes, but I'd say 7 out of 10 times you're rolling the dice. So
I find I always do better when I do hold back, and then I feel like I'm a stronger second half racer and I can start to pick people off. So that would be really cool if it worked out that way. That would be kind of my strategy.
I think you've got a lot of really good experience that relates to this race, especially because you've been on the course, you've raced this before, you have an understanding of the way this race races. But also I think like not just the longer stuff, but even like your Cirque Series experience. Like, like from these Cirque Series races, if you don't put yourself in the race initially, like in the beginning, the race will get away from you. So like you kind of have that really good mix of both that I think will make, sets you up for success on race day. So
yeah.
Whereas like, I feel like people maybe racing like who are more ultra runners coming into it, maybe they're a little more relaxed, and I feel like that's how the race kind of gets away from you for something as fast as this.
Yeah. I'm doing a little test this weekend now that my body's feeling good. I'm going to do the 20K at the GoPro Mountain Games. So it's
Nice.
like two loops. So I'm like, maybe I can test out a little mini strategy,
Yeah.
but just good to test out some speed before
Yeah.
Broken Arrow.
I think it's really smart. And especially because like GoPro is usually notoriously kind of warm, a little hot in there. Like the sun kind of bakes you. And Broken Arrow is usually a pretty hot race. Like the last few years, people have suffered. So I guess it's a little good, throw out the strategy, see how you do in the like the heat if it does get that hot, but it should be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you have like a cooling strategy? Because for a race like this, because it might be a super hot day, we don't really know.
Yeah. I've cooled a few times in races. I have like some ice bandanas that I'll use. I wasn't really planning on doing much for Broken Arrow. But now that you bring it up, I'm like, it might kind of be smart to do that. And I think starting cooling before you think you need it, just in case, because once your body temperature gets too hot, you're kind of screwed. Um, so I'll probably bring ice bandanas, maybe stock up with them after the first lap and get some water and ice dumped on me. That's probably all I'll do though.
Nice. It's been a while since you've raced this race, but like, if you could say, like, what's your favorite part of this course? Like, you like I hate this course in my honest to God opinion, just because it's so up and down, and it's like, it's not just one ascent, right? What do you like about it? Like, what is your favorite part?
It is it is like technically like a mountain race, but it's super runnable and fast, which I kind of have mixed feelings about. Like doing something like the rut is a little bit more technical. Or like I feel like the rut, speed goat, and Broken Arrow is like by far the most runnable and fast. Um, I do really like, ooh, I don't know, that's a tough question. I kind of like that it is a loop format and you know what you're getting into the second lap and kind of what to prepare for. Um, I really like the descents. Like there are descents on fire roads that you can just go really fast. And
Yeah.
I'm not like technical downhill is not my biggest strength. I feel like that slows me down a lot. So just having like runnable fire roads to bomb down is really fun. Um, I don't remember the course super well, honestly, but I remember there being one very steep climb, like hands on knees, hiking up. Kind of close to the beginning. I don't remember where it is or what it is, but that was really fun for me where I passed like five or six women on that climb. Because I feel like that's kind of a strength of mine. I might be out of practice with like power hiking, but I remember that being really fun. But it just like the variety of the climbs and descents, and then you have that fun ladder thrown in the middle, and then bombing down the very end on like a mile of fire road is really fun. So just the variety, but also that it is very runnable. I kind of like that, even though
Yeah.
it's like a mountain race.
It's proper. It's full on. And that ladder part is so cool. It's like so iconic, right? It like makes that race like what it is.
I
Um,
remember last time, the second time doing it, my quads were like cramping, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Going up the ladder.
oh
Hopefully that
man.
doesn't happen again.
I had Michelino on the other day and he was telling me about, I forget what year he was running it. He was in like second place and like he was on the final descent, like 2 or 3 miles out, see everything seized up, and he like had to like walk it in. I was like, dude, that's a terrible feeling to be in, because I couldn't imagine being that high up in that race and then like getting passed by like 10 people. It's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool though, you know. So shoe, I would imagine I could probably guess your shoe choice for race day, but you tell me, what are you rocking?
The Prodigio Pros. That's really all I've been training in and racing in all year long. I'm obsessed with them. So that's just I'll be sticking with that for the race. I feel like they'll
That's
be a good shoe for that.
sweet shoe. Have you got to play with the Maxes yet?
I have not.
Last time I saw Davide, he had like a pre-production pair of them. They're pretty
Mhm.
sick. I was like thoroughly impressed. I'm excited for those to come out in August as well.
I actually only saw them on Davide too, and I was like,
Yeah.
those are big shoes.
Yeah, they're different, right? They're like serious, like a Parigio Max. Like it makes sense, but yeah, those are thick boys. Like they're no joke. So yeah,
Yeah.
super cool. All right, yeah, good choice in the show. I think that makes perfect sense. Just because it's so runnable, you need that stuff for the, it's got a good outsole. Shoe just makes great sense for it. So
Hmm.
cool. All right, so trying to think of what else we could probably get into. We talked about Team USA, talked about everything else. What else? So after Broken Arrow, are you going to take some downtime, or like how much time are you going to do in between races?
Big TBD.
Okay.
as I feel like was the last time we chatted too. I feel like I have so many things that I want to do this year, and I'm having a difficult time deciding on what to do. I'm sticking out in the Tahoe area to crew my roommate at Western States. I've never been to Western, so I'm really excited to just kind of have that experience and be out there. And then I'm currently signed up for the Leadville 100. So
What? Okay.
yeah, that's with the current knee issues that have popped up, and I've never raced 100 miles before. I'm very much considering if that's realistic or not, but that is one of my potential goals. That would be in August. Other than that, I'm planning to do 3 or 4 Cirque series. So I'm going to be doing Snowbird Cirque series mid-July. So that'll be the first thing after Broken Arrow. Um, I also have, you inspired me actually to try this. The Grand Teton FKT in
What?
August.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, let's go.
So I'm planning on spending a decent amount of August in the Tetons, kind of like scouting that and checking that out. So that would be probably picking between Leadville or that objective. Uh, and then in September, I want to try for the World FKT as well. So those are kind of my plans for the year. And then I want to do Kodiak 100K to get a CCC qualifier for next year. So a little bit of sub ultra mixed in there, potentially some ultra. I'm signed up for everything right now. I have objectives. I'll have to pick what I actually want to do. But
Yo, I love it. World makes perfect sense. Obviously, being from the Wasatch, like that's right there. And then, like, I'm so stoked that you want to do the Grand Teton, especially because like you have like with the scrambling background that you have and that comfortability of like being able like to like be comfortable on rock and exposure. Like I feel like that's such a large component of it. Yeah, we got to talk more about this offline. I'm super excited to hear more.
and I've been spending a lot more time like rock climbing and scrambling. I mean, I've still running is my favorite thing in the world, and I want to do that the most. But I've just been incorporating a lot more of that, and definitely it's one of my strengths is like my comfortability on rock. So, and it's what gets me like super psyched. So I'm like, I want to blend in some of that with kind of like my goals, and I feel like the support of La Sportiva is awesome for having objectives like that. So
Yeah.
we'll see what the year holds.
Love it. Just don't cut the switchback. I'm kidding.
Absolutely not. I've learned not to do that.
Well, listen, Jane, I'm wishing you the absolute best of luck. I'm super excited to hear about your Broken Arrow experience. No doubt you'll be up there with with a lot of other strong ladies, and yeah, we'll be in touch. And after this, we're going to chat a little bit more about the Grand. So super cool.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm excited for the race.
Super cool. What's up, guys? It's summer, and you know what that means. You're going to need a new pack, hydration solution, bottle, belt, you name it. Guess what? Ultimate Direction's got you covered. Guys, I don't know if you've been perusing on the Ultimate Direction site lately, but we've got 2 new vests that have just dropped. That's going to be the Ultra Vest 12 liter and the Race Vest 6 liter in 2 beautiful colorways. And you know what? Guess what? We also dropped a quiver. Finally, the quiver is here. The quiver is there. Get it on the website right now. Use code SteepStuffPod for 25% off. All of these things are already extremely affordably priced. I think Ultimate Direction does an amazing job at their pricing to make it affordable for athletes of all economic abilities. And guess what? You're going to get yourself an additional 25% off by using code SteepStuffPod. Like I said, it's summer. It's Broken Arrow week. It's crazy. That's the vibes are high, the stoke is high. You're going to need a new vest. You're going to need a hydration solution. Like I said, go to Ultimate Direction. They've got you covered. 25% off with the code SteepStuffPod, and you are all set out the door. So, guys, enjoy your week. It's Broken Arrow week. Go crazy, go wild. Guess what? Next week is TrailCon, and then we are in Western States. This is the best few weeks of our sport. So, it's wild. Woo!